Man, this is like, I've never seen rain this thick. We've driven through it. Well, what's up, guys? Today we have a tropical storm that's approaching the coast of Texas. It's called Tropical Storm Harold. And it just got designated a tropical storm overnight. It formed. It was mainly just a tropical depression, but it's coming ashore, and I've always wanted to be at the beach when a storm comes. So yeah, I'm heading down from San Antonio on I-37. And right now, the coast is getting battered. A lot of rain coming on where Port Aransas and Corpus Christi are. A lot of this is areas that we frequent a lot. Alright, well, that ended about as quickly as it began. That was just a tiny little storm, just way on the northern fringes here. And now we're starting to enter all the tropical storm warned areas. Quite a bit of rain. Alright, starting to see some ponding on the road here. Like a half inch of water just all across the interstate. Alright, winds are really picking up now. Got a little bit of talk on the ham radio on Simplex.
I don't think I transmitted. That's why I shut the plant down, because of the rain, won't they?
It's kind of like the Channel 9 of the ham radio world. 146, 520 megahertz. And it's just a couple guys in their homes, I think, just talking about the rain they've gotten and where the storm is at. Went through some pretty intense winds back there and rains. The rain hasn't really let up. We're starting to enter Laguna Madre, the mother lagoon, which is the body of water in between the barrier islands of Mustang Island, Padre Island, and the mainland of Texas. Oh man, this is like, I've never seen rain this thick. I've driven through it. You kind of have to be out of your mind to do this. Oh, vehicle in front of me. It's hard to see. Oh, man. Gonna go slow too. Here's the intercoastal turnaround. I really got to keep my eyes ahead. I want to see around because there's like things that are flooded, like these places you normally. Okay, why is everybody going like 20 miles per hour now? All right, now we're crossing the intercoastal waterway. A little scary, thinking you're on this little bridge. That guy's going super, super, super slow. Come on, keep an eye on me. Damn. Almost at like a standstill. All right, can see the horizon. Wow. It just ended. That was insane. Oh man, that was freaky being on that bridge. Like you start to get like tunnel vision, claustrophobic, because you're on this bridge. It goes up pretty high over the water, and it was just intense rain. Like you couldn't see anything. Oh man, it's still. This is like feels like light rain, but that may not have been a hurricane, but that's the closest thing I think I've ever driven into a hurricane. Like, you start to freak out, like, we're gonna blow off this bridge, you can't see, like, there could be a guy just stopped. I think some of those guys wanted to stop, because you just could not see anything. That's what we just drove through. All right, gonna keep moving on here. After the short break, I made my way north onto Mustang Island on Texas Highway 361 towards Port Aransas to see what the beach conditions were like. Oh wow, I can see right away it's so much higher than it usually is. Oh man! Look at the water comes up to the sign. The winds were still quite strong, gusting out of the east-northeast around 40 miles per hour, but the main part of the system had already moved onshore at this point. I think the tide's coming in. Okay, what is everybody doing? Well, I'm not going to spend too much time on that beach. I'm running low on fuel, but pretty cool. Actually, I did want to check out one more thing before I left, and that was the Caldwell Pier. Although it's still windy, it's nowhere near as windy as it was. I think those winds have definitely calmed down now that we're not near the center of that storm. It's a fast-moving storm. They clocked wind. They said it moved ashore at like 18 miles an hour. Pretty fast, I guess. There's a guy surfing. Woo! Oh! How's the surf?
It's all right.
Get an idea of how big these seas are. Nice. All right, here we are at the very end of the pier. It's moved on to the Rio Grande Valley. Surfboards. All right, all gassed up, ready to head home. Life is pretty much back to normal here, it seems. I don't think it was ever really disturbed. From what you'd hear on certain media outlets, it was like, oh no, dangerous. I think there was one news outlet that said, yeah, the beach is, and I have no doubt, you get pulled out by a rip current or something, but that doesn't faze the surfers. They got their surfboard, they're good at swimming. Well, that was what it was like to drive into a tropical storm, into Tropical Storm Harold. Definitely a pretty potent storm, especially since we've been nothing but hot and dry these past month and a half or so. Just sunny, highs in the hundreds every day. So some much needed rain brought to the area, but that's gonna do it for this episode. If you enjoyed this, like the video, consider subscribing to the channel and get updates on any future videos. And we'll see you next time.